Welcome back, fellas. Let's put this in the ether. There's this thing that's going around called girl math, right? It's a recent phenomenon about how girls use math to cope with how much they're spending. If you're not aware, women are the biggest consumer block, right? And in a way, for them to justify what they're spending, they tend to avoid the literal meaning of math big time. They say, like, for example, right? So like if a woman spent like $100 on a purse, right? She used girl math in her brain saying, oh, I didn't spend $100. I spent $10 just to make their minds at ease for not spending too much money. See? That's girl math. She tell herself a lie that she didn't spend that much, so it saved her the hardship from actually knowing the truth about how much she spent. Now, based on this logic, I'm thinking that this is not a good way to go, right? If girl using girl math, right? If you're with a woman who use girl math, that's a red flag that you should not be with this woman. That's a red flag that she do not have any financial responsibility. She do not have the ability to control how much she spend. She need a coping mechanism to ease her mind, to tell her that she don't even spend that much by lying to herself that she didn't spend $100 on a purse. She spent $10 on a purse. This, guys, this is what you call girl math. It's a coping mechanism, right? And if you meet a girl who go by this logic, right? Right? I know I kind of struggle to understand what the logic is, but if she have this kind of logic, you stay away from her. Do not give her a credit card. She gonna overspend like crazy. She don't know anything about financial responsibility. This is why a lot of girls right now are in financial mess. They're in debt up to the ass. They're in student loan debt. They understand what they're getting themselves into. This is why a guy, when you meet a woman, you have to know her budget. You have to know her financial history, right? You vet a girl by knowing how she spent, by knowing her financial history, because that thing could come back on you and bite you in her ass. Because if you married to a woman like this, those financial responsibilities fall onto your shoulder as well. And guy being the main provider of the finance responsibility, that leads on to you. You can pay for her mess, all right? Because of girl math. Look it up. It's on everywhere. Girl math, all right? Understand, right? Before you meet a girl, you have to know how is she doing with money. What is her literacy money? What is her background with money? If she have no background with money, right? You are setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for big debt. You're setting yourself up for all these ramifications when it comes to money, right? You have to get with a girl who know a thing about a thing or two about money. Know how to budget, right? If she come from a privileged background, most likely she do not know how to budget because she's used to spending an excessive amount of money, right? And this is what are being taught to women about using girl math, and it's being promoted, right? Look it up, girl math. I didn't believe it myself, but it's an actual thing, right? It's an actual thing. They are so financially irresponsible that they need to invent a term, a system to lie to themselves. When you lie to yourself, when they lie to themselves, they're doing themselves a disservice, right? They're reaping themselves a financial accountability. This is why women today don't want to take accountability. Look at the student loan debt. They want to erase because they don't want the responsibility. They hate responsibility. Right? And when they have to face the responsibility, they have to juggle through this mind trick, right? That's what it is. It's a mind trick. It's to confuse themselves even more. Girl math, right? Is lie to themselves. And man, I think the world is going downhill to this new phenomenon. I mean, why do you have to teach yourself girl math when you could just be more financial responsible? I just don't get it. I mean, there's something most men will never get about women. Woman logic. This is woman logic right here at its finest. Woman logic, they invented girls math. That's what it is, right? It's all over TikTok right now. right? And it shows you that most women out there lack the responsibility of holding a credit card, lack the responsibility of using money wisely, lack the understanding of how money works, lack the understanding of how there's such thing of good credit and bad credit. This is an example of bad credit, right? When you spend all this money, right? And you don't want to give a woman who have bad financial history a credit card. She's gonna max out that credit card immediately, right? She can max it out without thinking the consequences. They don't understand you have to pay this money back. Credit is a loan, right? It's gonna destroy their financial records if they don't pay it back. They don't understand that, right? I'm projecting later on in the future, women will have more bad credit than men, and that's gonna risk their future of buying a big expense, of buying a home for themselves, buying a car. Most girls right now today have bad credits, right? Most girls today right now they have bad credit. Guys have better credit than women, right? Because guys understand the financial responsibility when you spend something that you do not have. Girls don't have that cognitive capability to understand that. So they have to come with girls' math, right? This stuff is not teaching. It's not being taught at school. It's being taught in TikTok. And TikTok are primarily used by women. I hate to see how popular this kind of logic is going down to the system. Right? If it's gonna get even more popular, it's gonna try to justify women to buy unnecessary things. It's gonna justify women. It's gonna try to justify women that it's okay to spend recklessly, right? And this is what it is. Is an excuse. It's a coping mechanism for women to spend recklessly and not thinking about the consequences that they have to pay in the future. That's what it is. You have to admit it. They try to justify the spending recklessly, right? Man, the future. I hate to see what's gonna happen 5 years ahead of time. Ahead of right now, right? Because at the rate we're going, man, there's gonna be no hope for humanity, and people are gonna self destruct themselves. That's basically what it is. This is basically self destructions, financial self destruction. People have no clear indication of how the money system works, right? They don't, right? This the rich is rich and the poor is always poor. Because the poor don't know how to make the money work for them. They don't really know how money works. Most women out there, they will always stay poor because most women out there are lacking on money education. They don't really know how money works. Right? They understand they could borrow money, take out money just for the sake of taking out money. Don't understand that you have to pay this money back. That's the point of a loan. A loan, they don't even know what the word loan is. Right? You have to pay it back. It's not a grant. Right? It's not donations. It's a loan. Oh my God. I hate to go on further about this, man. Girls' math. Can you believe it? They have to invent something to call girls' math to coping with their irresponsibility of spending money. Right? You can already see what's the future going to be like for women. For little girls being taught about this. Alright? That's okay to spend recklessly. And you as a man, you gotta be careful, man. You gotta be on higher notice than ever if you affiliate yourself with women that don't even know how money works. This is why a lot of girls are finding sugar daddies. They try to find that guy because they know men have money. They try to bamboozle the men to pay off their debt right now. This is why guys gotta be on guard even more than ever, right? They gotta be guys have to be on higher notice about women's action more than ever. Because if you don't, you can get tricked, manipulated to paying off her debt, right? They're gonna force you to marry her, then you gotta pay off her debt. Now, do you want that kind of situation on you? I'm sure you don't, right? Think about it. Girl math. There's no such thing as men's math or boys math, right? Math is math for men. That's why men accelerated math. Math is logic. Math is truth. That's why men are better at mathematicians and logic and reasonings. Right? I'm speaking in a general term. I'm not saying all men does this. I'm not saying all women are stupid. Right? Right? So I'm just saying, right? It's clear cases of men accelerate in this kind of field better than women. And at the rate it's going, man, this is only gonna destroy more. The interest rate is gonna go higher, and these loan and debt is not going to be paid off. I'm telling you. By the way, their spending habit is paid off. It will never be paid off. They can print more money and it's going to devalue the dollars. But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. Let me know what your idea on girls' math. You think it's a cop out? You think it's a coping mechanism? Let me know if you agree or disagree with what I just said. If you like my video, I drop video daily. If you want to support my videos, my channels, like, share, subscribe. And on that note, guys, as always, thank you for your time. I know your time is very precious. I do not want to waste your time. On that note, guys, peace and blessings.